Alright, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We are at our last footpath ether current. This is where I'm at on the map. I had to go all the way up and around and through the gate again and back down from here. But that's where I'm at. So let's go ahead and suck it up. And then we'll recall, and then we'll do the quest of the day. Boom, takes care of all the footpaths. And no purple quest yet. Oops, hit that escape button again. Teleport, yes, let's go. Let's go, Brandon. Boom, right here. Alright, for the living and the dead. The question of how to move forward in Conrad's absence looms large in Alfred's mind. We got some level 68 arms we don't need. So we're going to take the pity material 5. So that's plus 11 pity, but I don't need that really. Let's go ahead and accept it. All Alliance and Resistance units have now withdrawn from Specula and Pitchers. It is time we spoke with General Alden. Yeah, what are we going to do? We were rolling up good on the enemy, and then they fire that giant cannon and boom, set us back 12 years. Let's talk to the right-hand mans. Grim thought it is, the Condors have no choice but to impose a rigid triage system when treating the wounded. Under the circumstances, we have to be realistic. Mark my words, when this is over, I will take the heads of every officer in Castrum of India. I'll swing the bloody axe myself if I have to. We lost a lot of men inside the tower. Casualties are still mounting among those who survived. That sucks. These deaths weigh heavy on my soul. Commander Kemp's most of all. He was a wise leader. He was a patriot. But above all else, he was a good man who would be sorely missed. One of many lost this day, I asked for a moment's silence to pray for the souls of the departed. No crying. Moment of silence. We have suffered a grievous defeat. But we cannot and will not renounce this cause. The die has been cast. Hold tight to this grief, this anger, and let it drive you forward. Let it be your strength and your shield when next you face the enemy. It will carry us far, General. Of that I have no doubt. Here we take another step towards Alamahingo. However, we must first address the question of how to deal with Castrum Albanian's camp. If the Imperials are willing to employ the weapon without thought of their own soldiers' safety, we may struggle to approach them. Frontal assault is out of the question. We lose countless men before we even reach the walls. Would we? Recall the Imperials could have obliterated our forces had they kept firing, but neglected to do so. They had no strategic reason to cease fire, which begs the question, why did they? We suspect they were unable to fire the cannon again, mayhap due to a malfunction. Or one of their officers found his conscience after the first barrage. Or a heretofore unknown resistant faction chose that moment to disable it. There are many possibilities, but the fact remains that they stopped when logic dictated they continued. Then I'll just have to go and see for myself. the cannon is still operational. Are you mad? Conrad put you in charge of the resistance. You can't risk losing another commander so soon. I know how you feel, Nago. I do. But I need you to understand. It wasn't long after Pepimalo and I arrived at Rego's Reach that Conrad first asked me to join the resistance. And then he kept on asking. Every time I said no, I told myself it was because of the silence. But even then, I knew deep down that it was an excuse. That I was still afraid of following my heart, because I couldn't be sure if it was for me or for Yada. But then I met someone on the other side of the world who had struggled with the same works. And as we traveled and fought together, I saw him grow and become the leader his people needed him to be. And now it's my turn to do the same. There's not a lot of us left, and of the ones that are, many are still wounded. We have to make do with what we got. And I'm best qualified. It's as simple as that. But don't worry, Nago. I'll come back. I promise. While I acknowledge Commander's Hex right to carry out this mission, I see no reason why she should do so alone. Tickman, would you go with her? Alright, well, let's say. Would have done it even if you hadn't asked, sir. I suppose someone's got to keep her out of harm's way. Yeah, there we go. Let's poke fun. Suppose someone's got to keep her out of harm's way. Then it's settled. We will await your return. Speak with Lise. Conrad confided to me that he was considering naming her as his successor. So it did come as a complete shock. I mean, I was still surprised, but I've never once doubted his judgment. None of us have. If he thought Lise was the best choice, then she is. I understand Nago's concern. They were to lose another leader so soon, after losing Conrad. The resistance might never recover. I can at least become leader of the resistance. That is, I suppose we have to find to thank for this too. Sorry to drag you into this, Tickman. It may not be the decision Conrad would have made, but I'm not Conrad. I never will be. I don't know what kind of leader he was hoping for, but right now, all I can do is be myself. And that's it for the living and the dead. Oh, Eorzea 5 and complete. That's it for today. Let's look for some purple quests. Nothing here. Nothing up here. Nothing up there. So that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. Come on back tomorrow. Continue on the main story quest line.